Monday is here. It is Monday morning. It is the morning run. We got Deuce and Scoop. We got Big Dog Chico. Yours truly, Uncle Neely. Man, so much to cover. Aaron Rodgers hurt. Michael Penix done for the season. Dylan Gabriel goes down with concussion, opening the door for Shedeur Sanders. We got a lot to talk about. Plus, Colorado got a home game. It's the morning run.
Welcome in to the morning run once again. All the runners out there, y'all make sure y'all mount up. Duke Scoop, Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico. We're here on this Monday morning, 11/17/25. We got some things to go that we need to talk about on this live stream right here. Make sure y'all come in here, hit the like, subscribe, comment, everything else, all that good stuff. Let us know where you're checking in from so we can give a shout out to your city, your state, or your country. You figure deal, man. You got anything you want to promote, put it in the chat. Or holler at us individually as far as inboxing on all the social media so we can get your product, business, or anything you would like to place or advertise right here on the show. You understand? The Scoop with Dukes. Y'all see that hat right there? Y'all see that merch that Uncle Neely's wearing? You see the GV that I'm wearing? Shout out to Goonsville. Shout out to Unc and Chico. MyShopify.com. Everything else we should get to later on. Shedeur Sanders made his start or his first ever appearance in a regular season game. I got kind of mixed up earlier. I was listening to LaShawn McCoy on Speakeasy, and LaShawn McCoy said, "Hey man, have you ever seen somebody get judged off being a starter and they didn't start?" Like, he just had me all confused earlier today. You got to check out his comments. So we're gonna get into that. But how y'all doing today? First of all, how you doing, man?
Do good, man. Shout out to my man Deuce and ATL representing that MDJ original. I was literally just texting with Melvin before we went on the show. That Deuce and Scoop app, man, you can get that on the site. Of course, you the trifecta, you see them three bros. Hey, shout out to my man in Memphis, the Dirty Dime, Chris Evans. Yeah. Because one thing about it, Deuce, I don't care if you smoking or drinking, you got to bend that elbow to do it.
Hello.
Yeah, so what y'all doing? We just bending the elbows.
It's hard.
Deuce, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I've been Falcon free for a day now.
Yeah.
It's kick the habit finally. Just this, I feel there's been a burden lifted off of me. Mentally clear right now and just ready to toss some ball, man. A lot happened this weekend, right? Shedeur with his first start. Or first game action as an NFL quarterback. Just a ton to talk about, man. So it was a really interesting weekend.
Well, do you mind, Dukes? My Cowboys play tonight, so I know we'll do more talking tomorrow about the woes of the Falcons and the woes of the Cowboys. We got the Raiders tonight, Monday Night Football. You mind if we just go ahead and start with ATL, get that box checked and out the way?
Yeah, it's not a lot to I'm pretty sure the Falcons fans are probably disappointed right now. As a former Falcons fan, I can understand that.
Hold on.
Former? Yeah, I've been Falcon free for a day now.
No, that's not all.
Yeah.
You just taking a break.
That's why you're mentally clear. No more, no.
I'm Falcon free right now. Yeah, I've been, this is probably, I think this is probably my 96th time of attempted Falcon sobriety. I think this is the time.
It's like when your partner come to you, man, and he like, I done had enough of it, Neely. Man, you just taking a break, dog. You just taking a break.
This the one, man. I really feel like this the one. Look, hey, it was a good run. 43 years as a fan, I would say since birth. It was a really good run. We tried, and it's nobody's fault, right? I knew what came with the Falcons the older I got, right? I knew, and I kept going back. And so just yesterday, I just had enough. And just to leave my family in a clear and a well-lighted trajectory where I need my son to be able to make good decisions for himself. So yeah, the Falcon stuff is cool. I wish him the best of luck. It's just I just won't be around for it. So, yeah. How about them Cowboys, man? You guys got the Raiders tonight, huh?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you that's why
have
I'm concerned
you have denounced your
because
throne.
everybody we supposed to beat, we lose to it. And like we're gonna win tonight, Dukes. We're gonna win tonight. We're gonna beat the Raiders. And we still got a bright season ahead of us. The problem is the NFC is so tight that Dak Prescott, although he's having an MVP caliber year numbers wise, it's not translating to wins. A lot to do with the defense, but because everybody in the NFC is so accelerated right now, from the Seahawks to the guys on the other guys on the West Coast, etc. Ain't but 8 spots, man, and it ain't shaping up like we're gonna get one on.
Yeah, man. So listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. As a friend and a brother, I don't know if you would like to hear about this, but they as I've joined Falcons Anonymous, they do have a Cowboys Anonymous.
They do.
Yeah. So I mean, depending on how the game goes, you can come to a meeting and
Misery
Yeah,
love company right there.
I think I'm gonna drop by. I'm gonna drop by. Hang out in the back of the room, lean against the wall, where the punch and the lemon cookies at. I ain't gonna say nothing the first couple of meetings.
Yeah, he gonna say that.
Just kind of
he
fill out
hasn't
the room.
accepted it yet.
No, Chico. Here's the thing, man. I understand math, right? I
Right.
get it. Mathematically, it's all but over.
Yeah.
But just like when you see that pretty chick at the bar, she smile. So you saying there's a chance? Like it ain't over. It ain't over. But the problem is we can win out and still not have space.
That's tough to
Like
win out.
it just
that tie ball
it just
game
is.
too.
Yeah, it just is what it is, man. Put up some nice points with that tie against the Packers. Put up nice points here and there, but then you lose to Carolina like the Falcons have done. Like it's just crazy. It's a crazy ass season to be a Falcon or a Cowboy, man.
And Bryce Young threw for a career high over 400 yards in that ball game.
Yeah,
sliced him up.
But I'm gonna tell you,
Diced him.
Deuce, you touched on something with Cam. I was riding with Terrace the other day. Shout out to T2, pregame network intern, works in the film department in Colorado. And he was in a little funk because the Pelicans had traveled out here to Denver and got dusted by the Nuggets. And he happens to be a Bears fan too. Shout out to the Bears. I know they won yesterday. But I said, Terrace, man, this shit is really on you, dog. Like, you don't have to be a Pelicans fan or a Bears fan. Like, you could pick a better path.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was reminded, like, damn, who am I to say that?
You got to
I learned
lead them
early.
in the way they should go.
I learned early, dog. When my Buffalo Bills went to those 4 Super Bowls, and I was probably in a row, yes, back to back, and I was probably the only kid in a 100-mile radius with a Buffalo Bills starter jacket that I wore so proudly. Until that 4th one, they lost. And I remember throwing that bitch on the ground, like, man, get this team. I ain't rooting for no team no more. We don't even have no team in Alabama. I'm going for players. I start rooting for different players at the time.
Wise young Chico.
Wise young
Chico. Because guess what?
Early, dog.
Would you have bet anything in your life as the Bills were going through that run, but by the time that you got to whatever age you are now, they still wouldn't have won a Super Bowl?
That is crazy.
And dog, please don't sleep on. Because I remember those days vividly, Chico, as you do as a fan. Please don't sleep on how tough the AFC was then. Like it ain't like they did that easily.
Yeah.
Like Miami was good, which was in their division. Like they did. Marino was playing when they did this.
Yeah.
They went to 4 straight Super Bowls, didn't win none of them. And the cloud it puts on those players, nobody talks about Thurman Thomas. Nobody talks about
Cornelius Bennett,
Biscuit.
Bruce
Cornelius,
Smith,
you knew I was going to say Biscuit.
Kelly, Pete Metzelaar,
Reed,
Andre Reed, James
Metzelaar was a good one. That was a good call.
Yes. Come on, Daryl
Talley,
Nate Odoms.
Nate Odoms was my guy.
Don't forget about BB with that extra helmet.
Dunn BB.
Yeah.
I can name all them. Who's the guy that missed the field goal? They just quizzed me in the chat
Christy.
right there. No, not Christy.
Christy?
No, it's Scott. gosh, I forgot his name. I etched it out of my memory, dog.
Let me
I
ask you
etched it out
this,
of my
Chico.
memory.
The day you threw that jacket away, was that the same day you threw that baton down?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Because
You talking
I
about with the
imagine it
foot?
was pretty stuff marching through Selma Projects with a Buffalo Bills jacket on, twirling the baton.
Okay. I wasn't twirling a baton, but I'll let you go with that. You already got people thinking this and got people thinking that. I'll just go with it. I'll go with it.
Well, as you said to me and Deuce via text, you don't care what people think. You know, you're a
At
representative.
least I had on a Buffalo Bills jacket and not a Buffalo Bills onesie like you did with the stain in the middle and the snap between them.
Was the stain in the front or the back, though?
Your stain was in both. He had to stay on both. You the stay in front of the back. Anyways, man.
He's damn Chico.
What else going on in the news today, man? Of
But
course,
I do
we're
have
gonna
to
get
ask this. I got one more Falcons thing, Chico. One more Falcons thing before we pivot.
Yes, please.
It has been unofficially officially announced. The prelim results are in, and looks like Michael Penix would not finish the season. So Kirk Cousins is going to go up. Chico, I mean, and Dukes, when you look at Penix collegiate career, the transfers all the way to the Falcons, like he's pretty much never had an injury-free year. Is it fluke or is it him?
I mean, I think this is a game where it's basically controlled car crashes, right? So and they do things that you shouldn't physically be able to do, as far as like when we talk about diving and cutting. You look at the play where he got hurt on, it didn't look crazy, I don't think anybody expected to hear that injury was going to be season ending. Man, I hate it for him. Some guys, you can put a lot of stress on your body. I don't think last year he played. You look at what he did at Washington. When he's healthy, he's played well, right? And I think that's become the caveat. Can he stay healthy? But it's a lot of guys, whether I think you just have to, you got to see. I think what's he played this year? 11 games. That was the Falcons' 8th loss, I think, or 10. I don't know.
Yeah, that should be 11. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think I think it's fair to say he's been injury prone. I think that's fair to say he's been injury prone. He just wish the best for him going forward.
Absolutely, man. Sure do. You hate to see any injury like that occur, but like you said, it's a violent sport, controlled car crashing. But y'all do have Kirk Cousins there under contract, well paid backup quarterback.
Who is y'all?
Well paid backup quarterback.
Let me tell you this: if we ever see him out there, I'm coming to the meeting. I'm speaking.
I'll be back. They're gonna be like, dudes, relapse. Well, let him win a game. I'm gonna be. They be like, oh man, he's back. Yeah.
All right, look, Cousins can ball, man. When he balls,
man. Kyle Pitts catch that ball yesterday. We're not talking right now. I'm still, that Falcons fan is that helmet going across the screen and everything.
You about to say I'm still a Falcons fan?
Who you?
No, that's what you were about to say. You was about to say he catch that ball yesterday. I'm still a Falcons fan. You was about to say.
Yeah, I was
still a bit of Falcons fan.
I don't know. I think going into the game, Cam ain't even watched the game yesterday.
Damn.
Parlay.
Well, the world's still seeing Cam because I saw him once again trending.
Oh yeah. Every week, like, matter of fact, Parlay called him yesterday. He was like, Cam, you can say it. You can say the meme. It wasn't even 5 minutes later.
Parlay, you can't do that.
Yeah, man. Parlay, man. They pray.
You can't call early Parlay.
Him and
he burned the dice, then burned the money.
Man,
him and Trey, instant trader. Him and Trey, they prayed yesterday. You saw it. Them boys prayed for the Falcons. They said, Lord, man, them boy went to God, man. For real. It got bad in Atlanta. I said, man, listen. Yeah, Cam said, Cam, you ain't watching the game? Cam said, this is my son said yesterday. He said, man, I gotta protect my mental health.
Damn. Sound like Cam about as smart as I was when I was younger.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, man, I gotta protect my peace. So said everybody who called him, that's what he said yesterday.
I got to fight with that Buffalo Bills jacket one time.
Ain't nothing like a starter jacket back then, Chico. That was high cotton, man.
Hell yeah.
Had to have a starter jacket. I got to ask y'all this before we go to Shedeur and his opportunity. Because it reminds me a lot of Colorado Buffalo football in the sense of the talent just does not equate to the record. So I got to ask what's wrong. man, what is going on with the Chiefs?
Wow.
Last year, games that were decided by a score, they were 12-0. This year, they're 0-5.
Ooh.
They ran the table in winning close games last year, and everybody got back to the Super Bowl. 9 years in a row, they've won their division. We know about their Super Bowl appearances. Mathematically, like the Cowboys, they're not going to win the division this year. Like they can't catch up. They're 4 behind the Broncos and just lost to the Broncos. But are we forgetting because of what we see now how good that team is as a roster on paper? Like what's going on with the Chiefs, Chico Dukes?
Man, I think after all those long runs, you get into a point now. This team might be a little bit tired, Unc. You got to get some
Mm.
rest at some point.
Yeah,
Getting this.
yeah, go ahead,
Go ahead.
Chico. My bad.
I was just saying, going that deep into the playoffs, getting to the Super Bowls and things of that nature, man, might have been taking a toll now, and it's not easy to do. We talked about the Buffalo Bills going back to back to back to back, and how hard that is. Now we're looking at the Chiefs, and all they've done up to this point has been amazing. So you get here and they kind of stumble a little bit. I think that's expected at this point in their career. So maybe they'll bounce back next season or something, but it's been a long, long run for them.
Yeah, I think when you go look at that roster and you go look for other players who are in the top 5 to 6, top 5 to 8 at their position, I think maybe Pat Mahomes may be the only one this year.
Mm.
I mean, when you look at it, like we talk about the guys who have left, who play major roles with the Chiefs that are no longer there. I mean, it's not always the Tyreek Hills. It's guys like the L'Jarius Sneed, right? Those type guys who flew below the radar and that made such big impacts. Then you go back and you look at Father Time too. So I mean, is this the same Travis Kelce from 2 years ago? And anytime you win that many one-score games, they got this thing called regression toward the mean. And that means that when things go way your way, you can count on it going the other way the next year. I mean, it's almost always positive. I mean, it doesn't matter what sport. Anytime that you have an anomaly statistically where one-score games usually are about 50-50, and you get 100% of them, you can bet the next time around you'll get closer to the mean. I just didn't think they would be. I didn't think they would be 0-5 with it. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's a dangerous life to live, right? And there's a such thing as knowing how to win, right? But nobody beats the odds, man. Like when it comes to, my mom used to always say, "Don't play the odds," and what she meant by that is you might get away with it today, but don't play the odds. That was her thing, and that wasn't just about gambling. That was in the street. That's when I left the house.
Life.
That's life. She said, "Hey, boy, don't play the odds." That's all she would have to say when I knew, all right, boy, you're on thin ice. You need to relax. You feel me? So it's one of those things with the Chiefs. I feel like when you go up and down that roster, you look at the corners, you look at the safeties, the linebackers, you look at the defensive line, you look at the offensive line as well, right? Where do you see guys that you could potentially franchise? And in the past, every year there was a guy who was up for a franchise tag. There were other players on the team. I believe now just the NFL business side of it, which we see most times after quarterbacks get that big deal, it's hard to build teams around them in the same way where they're dominant. And you look for the next rookie quarterback that you're able to build players around him while he's on that rookie deal. So I think the Chiefs they're gonna have to continue to draft well or draft even better, right? And you got to hope that they get some more, that they get some breaks from the injury guys, so to speak, lowercase g.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what goes forward with them. I like what both of y'all said. I'm gonna go with Chico's, then yours, Dukes. But before I do that, when you look at that roster, Andy Reid is a Hall of Famer. Their defense coordinator is a Hall of Famer. Surely Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce are gonna be Hall of Famers. So you got like some stuff there, right? That you still have opportunity this season and beyond. Chico, I asked Warren Sapp, man. Shout out to Sapp Daddy. I said, Sapp, NFL wise, why is it so hard to repeat as champions? And he said, Neely, you got to understand, when you are going toward winning the Super Bowl, you probably got about 3 or 4 guys that got media deals, that do radio shows. I mean, you just name it. He said, after Super Bowl, You got 53 people with podcasts and media appearances. Like he said, so it's still ain't but 24 hours in a day. But
Mhm.
now everybody is distracted.
Right.
Everybody got something else to do. Everybody is bigger than life. You know, he said the damn long snapper is popular now. You know,
Right.
and so the distractions mount, and it just makes it more difficult. And that's part of that fatigue that you talking about there. And Dukes, man, you know, when I just look at that team, and it's so easy for us to forget about how good people were.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at the early success of Patrick Mahomes and what that team has done, and we were rightly so calling them a dynasty. Well, let's say they don't do nothing the next 4 years. Man, ain't nobody gonna remember. Because he got so much career left in him. Like that dude is still young. And so he can end up like post career being a Dan Marino, a good guy that doesn't. And some people might, well, I ain't never seen him win. You know, because you look at like Cam, what 13,
Mm-hmm. 12.
12. The next 6 years, he ain't gonna know the Pat Mahomes that we knew the previous 6
Right.
Yeah.
without help around there. So it's just amazing to me how the narrative can easily flip. But I like what you said about that media meaning. Let me tell the folks out there something. I went to Jack State University School of Business. You had statistics 1 and statistics 2, right? 1, 2. I know about that meaning and mode and all that, Dukes, because I took both parts twice. I flunked the first time, got to see the second time. I took the second part, flunked the first time. So I know what you're talking about when
Mm-hmm.
the anomaly is going to shift back at some point. And there's no way that you go 12-0 in one score or less games and you can continue that trend. It's like flipping a coin. It ain't but two sides. You might get heads 15 times in a row. But if you flip it 100 times or more, it's going to be 50-50.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like the
coming.
odds are going to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got 10 heads in a row. I know this 11 one gonna be heads. Okay.
Right.
Keep playing. Keep like your mama said, because boy, don't play them odds.
Yeah. Don't play them
Yeah.
odds, boy. For real. Shout out to my dudes, man. Missile, man. That was a good one, huh?
Good.
My coach,
Yeah.
my coach used to say, keep living, dog. Just keep
Keep
living.
on
You'll see.
living.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's a
Good.
good one too. Keep on living. Yeah,
Straight up.
for
Think y'all
sure.
know everything. Y'all think y'all
Well,
know every damn thing.
we finally, Chico Dukes, got to see what we should have been seeing. And
Hold
that
on,
is
hold. Time
Shedeur
out. Time out.
Sanders.
Time out. Before we go to Shedeur,
Go ahead.
let them wait.
Okay, Jaffe.
Talking to my son. First of all, what y'all think about Jamar Chase and Ramsey situation? You saw
I
them
saw
get into a
spit. I saw
scuffle,
spit. I
and
saw
then
spit.
we saw the 4K video that showed Jamar actually spitting after he
Yeah,
said
I
in the
saw
locker
spit.
room, "I didn't spit on anybody." What y'all think about that, and what should happen from that situation?
Yeah, they
First of
got to
all,
run
you
it that
spit on
one.
you spit on somebody, you're supposed to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do understand the rules of throwing punches and what had to happen to Ramsey, but I think we live in a cause and effect world. And it ain't like he just swung on the dude. And just because the refs didn't see it at that time, now that we got this 4K technology and everything is video, just like that trooper in the tunnel at the in the game with that player,
Yeah.
everything gets seen. It might not get heard, but it gets seen. I saw spit. And in my mind, the league need to say, okay, Jamar, you got to get fined or you got to get something too. Because we didn't see it at the time, but we see it now.
And you
He,
lied.
yeah, you spit on that man.
He didn't spit on anybody. Lied like hell through his diamond teeth. He lied. But
Yeah.
hell, Ramsey probably didn't do enough. He
Man,
punched him and grabbed his face
it's
mask.
yeah, I was finna say, dog, like, and we men,
Hey,
right?
hey,
Chico,
Dukes, I
Dukes,
hit my
Neely.
teammate hand harder than that, Dukes. When I gave him a high five. he supposed to have kept swinging, dog.
Slapping and spitting is not tolerable in a man's world.
Yeah.
You spit on me? Come on, dog.
Yeah. That's terrible. That's below low.
Was
I
that
had
after
it.
the game? I ain't see it. That was after the game or during the game.
It was during the game.
Who's doing?
So he could probably get suspended for a game then. Because
And
they
that game
ejected Jalen Carter. Y'all remember that?
before the
Mm-hmm.
game even started, right?
He
Yep.
got
Mm-hmm.
ejected. So that's the saying. Usually, like when you think about the NFL, you know, they usually precedent matters just like in law. So if they gave him a game, like the NFL people, like you got to get. You know, I ain't trying to hate on the man, but shoot, man, you can't be spitting on folks. They probably at least give him a game. You know what's crazy? I just looked this up. Y'all remember when Bill Romanowski spit on J.J. Stokes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know what they did?
What did they
That man
do to
got
him?
fined $7,500, and that was it.
Wow.
Yep.
And we go all the way to now. Jalen Carter gets fined a whole game check, and now Chase is probably going to be out a whole game in a game check. But Romanowski, $7,500, and keep it moving. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Those are the times, man. Like,
I was
it's
about
like,
to say, were those the times or?
yeah, it ain't never been no time for somebody to spit on somebody, particularly somebody white to somebody black. But that aside, it's been a lot of rule changes that changed because of the blatant, like, hey, we got to fix that, man. That can't happen no more.
Let me put some
And
out there
so
real quick too.
some of the head slaps, some of the spitting, the stick 'em on your hands. You know, it's been a lot of stuff to evolve in the league, and that spitting thing. Come on, dog.
Real quick, put the circles in the chat, I guess. I had a coach who happened to be white in high school, and he used to chew tobacco, right? Put the chewing tobacco out there. And he would he would spit on players' cleats, like spit on the front of them, just like on the toe part. He was just in like as if he was playing like target practice or something, like spit on the cleats, spit on the cleats. And I got offended by that. I was like, man, don't spit on my cleats. You feel me? I don't, I did the research on that later on. I found out that was like a thing that they did back in the day. And he's out there doing it. I went out there the next day, I damn near fought coach. We became cool, but I almost fought him. Because I said, dog, I know what you're doing out here, dog. Don't be doing that to my teammates, cuz. What you doing? But I just naturally didn't want him to do that to me. What y'all think about that, dog? Coach spitting on the damn players' cleats. Tobacco.
Man,
Is this the same coach that you rode in the back of the van with his daughter?
No.
Okay, I had to check the circumstances around you, Chico, because you got a lot of coach stories that a couple of them should have spit on you.
They definitely would have spit on
I
you.
ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't know where that story was going. But
what would you do, dude? I know you would have a fit if somebody spit on your shoes, period. But cleats, if somebody spit tobacco, if you see a coach spit tobacco on your coaches or your teammates' cleats, what do you do?
Huh?
You just let it go? Like, oh, that's funny, haha.
No. What is folk in the city, buddy? You can't spit on nobody. I wish somebody would. I wish I would see a coach spit on Cam. Spit.
Oh my God!
You can't spit nowhere near my kid, bro. What's wrong?
Right?
No. You ain't tell your folks. You ain't tell nobody.
Oh, let me tell you something.
I didn't tell no folks. I told you I handled it. I told him I didn't allow him to spit on me.
I don't know Chico. I don't know Chico mama personally. I know she watched the show. Shout out to Mama Chico out there. But I do know well enough that half the shit Chico told us that happened in them dugouts, he ain't went home and told them.
Yeah.
Because it was home and tell her for what?
Exactly. Chico ain't went home and said, yeah, my coach talked about my pecker today. Like, there's a lot of stuff Chico ain't tell back in the house.
Yeah, for sure. Bro, like you can't spit on, man. Like, I don't care. Like, put it like this: if you spit on my cleats, you spit on me. You don't feel that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got the shoes on.
I felt that as a player. Then I saw him spitting on.
Y'all playing baseball?
Now this football practice, everybody just standing around. You standing there.
Well, this man was literally coming to spitting on y'all shoes.
He was just standing there, instead of spitting on the ground.
In Selma, Alabama, and you ain't see nothing wrong with it.
No, you ain't listen to my story. I saw something wrong with it.
No,
I didn't allow him to spit on my shoes.
It was cool enough for you to become buddies.
Afterwards, after he found out
how do you explain that away?
Cool, yeah.
How do you get cool with it?
There is no explaining, but we became cool after that. Yeah.
Did you let him do it? After you
do it? Come on, Duke. No, man.
I'm saying, like, how do you get cool? This man, you said you know what it stands for, right? And it seemed like it was like some connotation or something crazy. That's the connotation you love. How do you get cool after that?
Talking, hanging out, becoming
what
cool
did he
with
say?
someone.
My bad.
I'm sure he apologized. Hell yeah. Because listen, I literally
stop doing it.
Yeah, he stopped doing it.
So right.
We gonna keep doing it after I told him not to do it. You think he gonna really keep doing it?
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, dog. Shit. What?
So he was just like, I'm sorry.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know he stopped doing it. I know that was that day. that day nobody else got
instant.
spit on. Hell
Right.
no.
Yeah, that's
I said,
spitting on folks, bro. You can't spit on nobody, man.
Yeah, thought it was cool too. Damn.
Nah, we probably like these dumb don't even know what I'm doing.
That's what I took it as, Duke. See what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's what I took it as. But what I'm saying at first, before we even go longer, before that, as I saw him doing it, it was just more of don't spit on me. You know what I'm saying? And then you find out what it was, and that's what I'm saying. I went back to him like the next day or whatever it was when I found out, like, hey man, do you know what you're doing?
The spit
or are you just trying to have target practice? You know what I'm saying? Like,
target.
That's what he tried to put it at.
Nah,
I'm just trying
line.
to. Yeah, man, it was crazy. Anyways, let's go on to another story. If you listen to Coach, yeah, you know what time it was.
Nigga spit on folk right now. Sam, Alabama, tough place, boy.
Hey, the dinker, the lame in the chat.
Projects.
Man, I got nothing to lie about, and that's something I can't make up. You can't give me
Oh
credit.
no, Chico. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Chico. Let me tell you
It
something.
sounds like a made up story. It must be a good story.
The stuff that you have told us on this show, or share with us in our private conversations. One thing I am certain of is that you're not lying. Is because nobody would tell that story if it really happened to them. Because you don't be understanding your version. You be the victim, and you be like.
He just like the other day.
With what
he said something in the group chat. I was like, "What?" Man, the other day in the group chat, I was like, "What? The Justice League couldn't have got that out of me, boy."
Yeah, he admitted it, Deuce, without being asked. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I know you're not lying. Because who would voluntarily just make that up about themselves?
Man, somebody who don't care. What I said in the chat, I said, "Boy, Batman." I would have had to tell Batman to get it in blood because I would have never told nobody that.
That's what you said, man. The Justice League wouldn't have got it out of me.
For
and
real,
Chico just voluntarily texted out the blue.
I'm telling you.
Didn't nobody ask him nothing.
Wait, which text y'all talking about? The one with what I said?
Oh, something crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at it.
Whole lot of things. A lie about that. Hey, man. Yeah.
All right. We had the shenanigans.
Chico, what the hell, man?
It just happened. It just happened. These are
spitting on y'all, golly.
These are the days of our lives, For real,
days of your life.
What? You was in high school?
It is high school. I don't know whether I was actually in high school. I could have been in 8th grade because I practiced with them.
Second time or first time?
So, you the one had 2 trips to high school, not me. I got in and got out of that bit. And don't want to go back.
Grade, yeah, but which time? How many times you in 8th grade?
So if you was in 8th grade, the older guys was okay with it?
I don't remember whether he was spitting on older guys or younger guys. I just remember him spitting on my teammates. I don't know which one it was or who it was. I still see the cleats too, the big Nike cleats with the heavy wide toe. He had a big canvas to spit on. You feel me? He was out there just. I said, man, that's disgusting. What you doing? Then I found out what. Anyways,
the spit would have been enough. Hey man, fuck wrong. Hey, what's wrong with you?
And you can say fuck on the show now. Fuck it. Hell.
Yeah, man. But why? Yo, what's your problem? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then go home and don't tell nobody.
I don't know what I told my mom that, but I doubt it. What I'm gonna tell her? What she gonna do? Come
there
there
and
she gonna come there and raise hell.
Like in Atlanta, boy, that would be national news, boy. For real.
It should have been in Selma had he went home and told somebody.
Coach,
if I would have told somebody, Coach spit on kids at 5:30 news coming up next.
What, Fox 5?
All right, man. Let's go.
Chico,
shout out to LeJohntay Wilson, who came over there on the bench to holler at Shedeur Sanders after the game, showing love to his former teammate. Dukes is instigating, trying to prolong it.
I ain't instigating nothing. I'm in shock.
I'm appalled.
I'm in utter disbelief.
Boy had a rough life, man.
Y'all so silly. Yeah, man, it was hard in the trenches coming up. Look at this lame. Cool. Fake story as a time filler because you have no content. Content these nuts. I bet you we gonna content. It's up out of here. Hold up, watch this. See how much content you can watch now. Ban
Get his
users,
ass,
delete their
Chico.
comments. Lame
Get
ass.
his ass, Chico. Get his ass, Chico.
All right, helpers. He's out of here.
Get his
Over here
ass,
talking that
Chico.
shit. Need it. Got plenty of stuff to do. They come on here to lie to anybody.
Get his ass,
You
Chico.
feel me?
Hey, you know what I love, Chico? And it's actually the antithesis. It literally costs you nothing to pay us no mind.
Right.
Now, it costs you something to pay attention to me because you're burning your time. But it would cost you nothing to ignore me. So you spend time. You know what it's like, Chico? I don't know if you and Deuce remember this. I got a little more gray than y'all got. Y'all remember the Muppet Show?
Muppets, yeah.
Them two old men in the balcony?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They didn't miss a damn show, but all they do is sit up there and bitch about the show.
Yeah,
Somewhere else.
right.
Like,
Right.
man,
You buy a ticket, sit in the balcony, and complain about the show. Take your ass somewhere else, man.
hey, man, it's our show.
Meanwhile,
Man.
everybody else kicking it. All the other Muppets flipping and shit, juggling, like loving it.
Having a good old, I almost said having a old time. I'm just gonna say having a good old time. Shout out to BJ Green, got a big time sack.
Yeah,
Hit the man so hard they call it a roughing the passer. Shout out
Yeah,
to him, man.
BJ got a motor, man. He got a motor on him now.
Mm-hmm.
First of many.
Man, I think when you go and look at like that sack, just remember this is with a guy who wasn't one of the guys who was just like we talked about a lot, but he was on that Colorado D line. Now, of course, he had a hell of a season, right? But he wasn't the guy at the top of draft boards and people saying, hey, you know, getting a whole lot of the media attention. He wasn't, but that was just another member. The sum of the whole of that team last year was a lot better than I think we gave them credit for, and they deserve it. You can tell with this season, you just can't replace certain guys like that. So, man, shout out to BJ Green. I think we just still sometimes, you know, when we talk about the season that Colorado's had, you got to remember, man, they lost a lot and some really, really good players, and BJ Green is another example.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
Shout out to BJ. All right, let's get into Shedeur Sanders. Thoughts on his performance in his first time getting some action in a regular season NFL game? Talk to us. What would you grade him out, first of all, Dukes? Let's go from a B, C, D, F. What's your grade for Shedeur Sanders?
I don't want to put no grade on it. Give me an incomplete.
Okay.
I go incomplete if I had to grade him, just because you look at the preparation. First game against the Ravens, and the Ravens got something to prove. Like the Ravens, I think people look at the Ravens and they still remembering that, oh, they lost all them games in a row. Bro, they're still, when we circled the Ravens before the season, it was Super Bowl or bust.
Absolutely.
Like that's still the Ravens. That's still that swarming defense. And now that they got Lamar Jackson back, they've been going B2A for the past 4-5 weeks now. So he ran up against a buzzsaw, and they saw Shedeur and said fresh meat. They did. They blitzed the hell out of him, and it's just, you know, it's. I think that as he got comfortable, you saw on the I think the last drive, was it?
Yeah, last drive.
You started to see him settle in. So I think, yeah, it's like learning how to drive on the freeway. And that's what I would say. That's what I would compare his performance to yesterday. Like, all right, cool. But once you get used to it, then you know things slow down for you. So I just hope he gets the opportunity this week with a full week of preparation, with the benefit of a full week of preparation, and then ask me to grade him after the next game.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, but do I? You can't. I mean, 4 for 16 definitely was not. That's not Shedeur. Like he's never.
Right.
That's not Shedeur. So,
I mean, just like we talked. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, you are, you know, what your stats say you are, but when you look at the game and you look what was happening, it was like you play another quarter, I think, you know, he ends up, you know, probably I think he goes about 70-75% on the rest of those. But I just want to see him with a full complement of a week of preparation and a full game. You got to think, like we talk about Michael Penix, he was 12 for 28 last week. And, you know, well below 50%. So
he had full weeks to prepare, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, so it happens in the NFL, but that's a hell of a defense to go against for your first time. And you know, there were people saying that they didn't have, you know, the cadence wasn't there. They didn't know his cadence, right? Because he hasn't practiced in the court and not having the complement of being able to play with your starting offensive line. I think it had something to do with it. And Shedeur is going to be the first person to tell you that he could have played better. Now, if you would have asked me, now a better question would have been, not let me say this, a different way to phrase that question where I feel like I could have gave a better answer would have been if you said, what do you think Shedeur graded himself? Because I think Shedeur would have gave himself an F because that's who he is. Like, he took the brunt of that on himself, the accountability that he showed after that game. I don't think he wears that long. So I'm just excited. I'm really interested to see what happens this week and to see him play next week, because I just don't see him performing like that with the circumstances being changed.
And as you said, like he said, he did say that. He said, I don't think I played very well. You know, he said, y'all saw it. You know what I mean? But I think if you go back and look at the tape, and once he goes back and look at the tape, he'll realize he played probably better than he thought and what the stats say. You know, with him hitting some receivers in the hand, they're not bringing the ball in. That's on them. He probably would say, I could have placed that in a better spot, you know, as a quarterback, but still the receivers got to catch those passes. I think it's a lot of places you can improve on. And with him not getting any snaps, we will see that improvement with him getting those snaps in practice. And situation he was in, all third and longs, you know, if you ask anybody in football, third and long is not where you want to be, and it's not highly convertible situation right there, conversion rate on those third and longs. So that's what Shedeur was in. I think every drive, he did make a beautiful pass to Harold Fanning Jr. over the middle of the field, and those are things you could build on. You know, did a good job scrambling outside the pocket. I think the offensive line would tell you they need to improve and protect him better. You heard the center say that was my first time hearing his cadence. That's a huge thing, you know, and that's just as important as Shedeur getting on the same page as the receivers. So you got to get on the same page as the offensive line too, and be comfortable making those checks when the blitzes are coming. So you got to be on the same page, man. That's what I'm saying. I think that practice week will help him out a lot.
Yeah, I'll grade it, but my grade will if I was writing in the grade book, it'd have an asterisk by it. I will give him a C minus with an asterisk. I'm not going to be as tough on him as he would be himself. I agree with Deuce. He'll give himself an F. I'm gonna give him a C minus with an asterisk, and the asterisk being I understand why this is a C minus. You know, I understand that this was your first time with this center, and all centers snap the ball difference. I understand this center, you know, admitted not only did I not know his cadence, even in practice, I've probably only heard it once or twice, and I wasn't the center snapping with him. He doesn't know because of all the way from rookie training camp to mandatory mini camp to OTAs to camp itself. He's never thrown a pass to Jerry Judy except during the game. So he doesn't know people's timing and releases and where they're at the top of their routes. I think that there are areas for improvement that he could take away from watching the film. For instance, I think one of those times, Chico, it wasn't third and long, and it was third and short, maybe about third and six, and he took that shot in the end zone. You know, advance the ball, you know, get 7 or 8 yards, and then go for that deeper play. I loved his backpedaling pirouette to avoid the sack and still make a nice throw. Got plenty to build on. But when you look at, even if those receivers catch those balls, even if the interception is not an interception, that puts them below 50%. And we all know that the leading passer percentage-wise in NCAA history, Shedeur Sanders, he is a natural 75, 70% thrower. But he was not in this game because he wasn't put in a position to be in this game. This is a guy who was third string and moved up to two. But it's funny to me how when Dylan Gabriel was the two under Flacco, Dylan got first team reps. But when Dylan becomes the starter and Shedeur is number two, he hadn't gotten any first team reps. So he's never thrown. I used this example last night, Dukes, with me and Chico. Before me and Chico have ever done a show together, we knew each other through some Zoom press conferences with Coach Prime. We had interacted with each other in person. Same thing with you. Before you and I ever dropped the first You Tell Me, before we ever did the morning run, you and I have had conversations before. We've been around each other before.
Right.
I've watched your stuff. You've watched my stuff. So we were able to kind of hit the ground running. And even in that sense, our first shows together ain't as good as our 10th show together.
Right.
This guy just he's put out there with people that he don't know and they don't know him.
Right.
And in a situation where you're trying to now come back and win the game. And I
Right.
think even as an organization, and let me preface, just because I didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. But one of the things I didn't see when I watched the broadcast, I didn't see the head coach interacting with him between plays or during timeouts or between possessions.
Free that
Like
man.
at some point, can we coach him?
Free him, man.
You
Right.
know, like can we have conversations? Can we give him reminders? Can the clearly the O line has to block better, whether it's for him or Dylan. And I'm gonna say, like I said last night and said time before, here's where I am in this process, Dukes. When I look at Dylan Gabriel, is his current play enough for the Browns to win? That box will be checked no.
Mm-hmm.
The growth that he needs for us to win, when you want to base some statistics in it, the growth that he needs for us to win, is that obtainable before this season is over? That answer would be no.
Mm.
Why would you then not go to the second guy, no matter who the second guy is?
Right.
And at least give him first team rest, because here's what we know. We started this show off talking about injuries. This is a violent collision sport. Somebody's going to get hurt or dinged up or something and have to come out. Why would you have a second string guy in any position, linebacker, punter, long snapper, receiver? Why would you have a second guy that has never got 1 reps? Because at
Well,
any minute, even if because somebody helmet come off, somebody got to come out the game.
That's crazy.
And you've
Yeah.
never put this guy in a position as number 2. You've never positioned him to be ready for a game. And so when I see what he did in a state of unreadiness, that's why I'm like, man, that's average to above average. You consider all the facts. What if we get a guy a week or 2 of practice with him?
Yeah, I think he gonna be and I think most people know, especially people who followed him. You can just see that he was. You can see it warming up, right? You're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
he's comfortable. So it's one of those things where if I were, let's say Shedeur was a stock, I would empty the clip going to buy
Oh, I
stock
buy
right
all of
now.
it. I buy all of it.
Right. Oh, y'all think it's that? Okay,
no,
let
it's
me
going
go.
them but up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
But here's the thing that separates Shedeur from any other backup quarterback out there, and that is expectations.
Mm-hmm.
When Shedeur came into the game, people were expecting, because of they seen what he's done in the past, they were expecting him to go out there and score and to lead them to the victory and things like. If there was any other backup quarterback coming in, even with Kirk Cousins, I don't think you will have that much confidence for what he's about to come in there and do. And that's the thing. People have so much confidence in Shedeur and expectations and knowing what he could do when he goes out there and that's the performance. Is so much you're gonna have all this out there in social media nowadays. Talk about how bad it was, how bad it is. Da, 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 da. But you heard an NFL pro vet Sam Acho say, or Emmanuel Acho say, that he did what backups are expected to do: go out there and not play as well as the starter. Give
That's
him a week of
exactly.
preparation and see what happens then.
No, exactly. Like he did not underperform. And what I'm adding to that, Acho, is that when you look at the circumstances, most backups have gotten 1 reps.
Right.
Here's this man. When again now, when you go post draft, we're really talking about since April, and it's not November. From April to November, you've never thrown a pass to wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
How?
How, Sway?
Like, make it make sense. And I ain't asking for 50 reps, but how is it 0?
He ain't lying.
And you're number 2.
Right.
And you know if you're number 2, at some point, again, I don't care if it's hey, we got to check his ankle real quick, or hey, his helmet came off, or hey, he hurt. At some point, number 2 is going in.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say organizationally, from a management standpoint, a coaching standpoint, that it's almost like forget Shedeur for a second. Let's play like Shedeur Sanders ain't Shedeur Sanders, or he ain't even on that team. Let's make it Joe Sausage Head is number 2.
Joe
The
Sausage Head.
The Cleveland Browns, to me, are dissing the other 52 players on the active roster more than they're dissing Shedeur. Because they ain't doing nothing for them to be successful.
Yeah, them boys sorry.
Yeah, it's like they're not trying to, like, hey, man, we made this commitment to you, Myles Garrett. You got your money. We told you we're going to do this, that, and the other. They ain't doing none of that.
And when I said them boys sorry, man, they organizationally. Like,
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? It's something wrong in there. If you're 2 now, he been a 2 for a while now, right?
Yes.
Man, come on, dog. Like
he been the 2 since Flacco left, and Flacco done played a bunch of games for the Bengals. It's like Dukes. Again, I want to underscore it. You're literally saying to the other 52 people on the roster, I'm not going to equip you with the best opportunity to be successful.
Right.
Like, I have some stuff in the locker room, but I'm not going to give you the nice cleats. I'm going to give you the bad cleats. I'm not going to give you the shoulder pads that fit you custom, Chico. I'm going to give you the one that everybody share. One size fit all. Like, you're withholding opportunity from the entire organization when you don't push Shedeur Sanders in the game or prepare him for the game, because he is your best option to win. So you say you don't want to win.
Yeah. He in there without a playbook that's not suited for him. Usually quarterbacks go into a game with like the first 15 plays scripted. You know how huge that is to be with your offensive coordinator. Y'all come together and say, hey, man, what plays do you like? Here's what the coverage they might be in. Here's their tendencies. This is what the look we're going to have. Here's the first 15 plays that's scripted, so you can get into a rhythm and get going in this ball game. We can set you up for success. We'll see next ball game how Shedeur comes out and perform, how the team comes out and perform. Also, I'm looking to excited to see
Chico,
that.
let's be clear about this. Dylan Gabriel is in concussion protocol. It would be damn near a medical miracle for somebody to clear protocols in a week. It has happened before, but we will see. If he can pass those tests these week. Oh, that's why I'm going, Dukes.
Okay.
What I'm saying about this organization, I won't be surprised if somehow Dylan Gabriel is just 1 in 1,000 people that can pass it in less than 7 days.
He can be like, what concussion? Huh?
That was a stinger. It was a neck stinger.
Yeah, man, no telling, man. But
having said that, if this was a normal situation with a normal common sense franchise, Shedeur Sanders is the starter for the next game, and thereby should get all the 1 reps throughout the week. And the whole game plan should be predicated on what he does well, because he's the quarterback.
Right.
Out of 10 first team reps, dog, you got to get your backup in there at least once, maybe even twice. You
would think.
And that's mainly at the quarterback position, is what I'm saying also.
Well, one thing I do know, and we continue to see it all time and time again. One thing about them tables, they always turn. So at the end of the day, I mean, the plan wasn't for him to get his first snaps yesterday, but it happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, I think now, even if he doesn't get the reps that he needs to get this week, right? Which he's got to get reps with the ones now, because I know Dylan hasn't been cleared yet.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he ain't go. Dylan ain't practicing Tuesday.
I truly believe Shedeur is going to maximize his time. So, and where he's already had kind of been fighting upward since he's been there, I think he's going to maximize it, and the team is going to get loud. I think they saw it. I think they felt that there's an energy that comes along with it. It happens. The team is going to get loud eventually, and we've seen it happen time and time again. So as he continues, we may not be privy to what happens in practice, and it may not be a media viewing session, but I will guarantee you that he's going to maximize what he does. And if he doesn't perform well in practice, we'll know. But if he performs
you better be right about that.
But if he performs well, we probably won't. If you don't hear anything about him practicing, it's probably a good thing.
You're right. The silence is going to be loud.
The silence will be loud. Absolutely. And I think from that perspective, Shedeur is going to do what just what he's proven already as a college quarterback. We've seen it time and time again. as he starts to settle in and get comfortable, dog, it's almost like when a shooter starts to, when he sees the ball go through the rim, when he hits sometimes you ever see how sometimes you just need a free throw or something. You could be a 3-point shooter, but once that guy gets fouled and he sees the ball go in from the free throw line, then it starts to make more sense. I think Shedeur saw so much. He's got real live game film. Now he can say, oh, he can go back and look at the film and see he's familiar with the speed of the game now. No, I think the arrow is pointing up for sure.
Hell yeah.
And that's what I mean.
The Ravens.
That's what I mean in totality, man. Okay, so like that Ravens defense is what it is. Like, and you know when a rookie or first time QB comes in, they're salivating, their ears pinning back, they coming, and that's everybody pause. And that's what I mean by he's going to see in the film session and even see with the game time, the clock management, that shot he took at the end zone wasn't necessary for that time in that particular possession. Because even if you get it, you're leaving them too much time on the clock, right? It's like there's certain circumstances where you know, like, no, let me take this first down right here. Let me take this 6-yard pass for the first instead of this 25-yard, 30-yard pass for the touchdown, because I'm trying to matriculate the ball down the field and get these scores. And then it was slightly, overthrown to the out. And I think that's the kind of things he's going to see on the film, and he's going to clean up himself because the game is going to now slow down for him. This is not like where Dylan Gabriel slipped in the shower 30 minutes before kickoff. This is a game where you have no idea you're going into the game until the moment you got to go into the game. And nothing about the game plan or the situation was predicated for you. You ain't got no reps with nobody. Coach ain't talking to you. You just go out there. And when I see what he did with that, man, the arrow is absolutely pointing up for a week of preparation or whatever the case may be.
Man, for Colorado fans, we know we got a lot of Colorado fans here. What about Julian Lewis's first game? Was that Delaware?
Yeah, he got Delaware reps.
Yeah, we got the reps in Delaware, and it wasn't a lot there, right? We didn't see a ton. It was, they
you just saw promise. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But if you would have bought stock, or let's say you would have judged him based on that game alone, you would have never got the West Virginia juju, right? So I think that's kind of where Shedeur is. Such a small sample size that I think people can blow out of proportion because the week of preparation, when he becomes the guy and they say, all right, Shedeur, you the guy, and people rally around him, watch what happens. Yeah. I'm willing to bet like that's the mybookie.ag. You feel me? I'm going there.
Yeah. Because Dukes, when you said it right, when you go through that whole week of preparation, you're doing I don't want to call it an install, but you're doing reps, red zone. You're doing 2-minute drill reps. You're doing the full install reps. You're scripting the first 15 plays. Like, he had none of that for this game.
Yeah.
Like, none of that for this game. It's like, hey, just go out there and try. Just, take us back. And here's the thing about it, Chico, I love you said about expectations. When you look at Shedeur Sanders and you looked at that situation, more people, whether they were on that team or watched on TV, said, man, this joker finna lead them back to a comeback.
Yeah. Right.
More people believed it than did believe it, including him.
Yeah, for sure.
So he'll be fine, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sanders.
Cleats was going so crazy.
We're going to keep you covered. Damn right. Or should I say damn right? Them cleats.
Them cleats was crazy. Hopefully ain't nobody spit on him.
I just spit on him. Don't do that. Because I know he would have told his parents.
Man, what? Can you imagine?
And Mama wasn't having it. You saw her reaction. She said, "We get through shit."
Oh, are they black with the brown? Oh, snap!
Easy.
Yeah, they went too crazy. Yeah.
How much you'll pay for those, Dukes?
Oh,
better question. Sorry. How much would those run?
No, game one, or you just mean period?
Yeah, just those period. Like they're in the store now. They start selling those that version of them.
They probably.
Oh, you went out. Say what? Oh,
I think the battery died.
They probably go platinum in Cleveland.
Oh, there you go.
They go platinum in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Man, I got something to wear with that on everything. See, may even AI now. Wonder why the 17. Any significance to that I'm missing? No? Pros?
You asking us?
What?
Yeah, I was
I
asking
can't. I
y'all.
can't.
Oh,
No,
okay,
I ain't know what
okay.
you're talking about.
C
Yeah, this
Maven
one too
AI
small for me.
$17 super chat to me too. Blast from the past after Mr. Duke's scathing sermon, the algorithms fired. Cleveland's QB Mays cracks stability phase, the least fragile, the most grown, moves forward first. Thank you, C Maven AI. I gotta read that 6 times, comprehend it exactly.
Oh, hey, sometimes see Maven always spot on. Much love to see Maven, but sometimes you got to run this shit through the back computer.
Today is the
Like
17th.
yeah, like tell me what that say,
Today is the 17th. Okay,
because he gets
yeah.
some riddles on your ass now. Shout out to
What's
C
up?
Maven. Shout out to Big Beast Franklin. Hey, Big Beast Franklin, holla at us.
Holla at your dog. Hey man, that might just be the show for today. We already at an hour. Goodness gracious.
But we
Flew
didn't have
through
nothing
this
to talk
thing.
about.
Flew through this. Yeah, that's what they say in the chat, huh? We got plenty
Yeah,
more to
well,
talk about.
I bet
But
he can't say it now.
he can say it, but we might not hear him or see him. He'll be saying it to himself back there.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Shedeur Sanders, or actually we have Kevin Stefanski and a couple of teammates from the Browns press conference going on right now. We're gonna play some of that. You know what? We could play it right now as we're exiting. Yeah. Anything else y'all want to add?
Nope.
No, check us out tomorrow, man. The morning run. The bus will be back at it for practice. And we'll start our discussion on the Arizona State coming into town for the last home game. Going to be senior night as well as a Hall of Fame event for some alums coming back. So it's going to be a great game. Been established as a 6 p.m. kickoff. So evening game and not late night. So that's 8 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. here Mountain Time. So we got plenty this week to talk about, as well as Adam joining us on Thursday, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all know what to do, man. Always tune in to the morning run.
That's right. That's right. Appreciate y'all joining us. Get in the chat. Let us know where you're checking in from. And matter of fact, we're going to end the show, but we'll come back with the Kevin Stefanski interview. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. This has been the morning run. Uncle Neely, BiggDogg, Chico, and Duke's the damn scoop. Get y'all some. Torch. What's that? Torch and 4, right?
Yeah, torch and pour, man. Light you some and drink you
Touch and
some.
pour. Touch and pour. Bend that elbow. You feel me? Till next time. First of all, to give a shout out to our super chatter, Von Randall, Unc, Dukes, and
What up,
Chico.
Vaughn?
After KS post game presser, do you honestly think he is to play next week, or it's DG all love? We think it's going to be Shedeur Sanders. I think we answered that question too without even reading the super chat. Uncle Neely did, definitely. Appreciate that, Denny. Tell a Ninja Thursday. All right, man, we're going to get out of here. Peace in the Middle East. Thank y'all for coming out once again. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. Hey.